We've been in this trade war for a long time. It just didn't matter when China was an LDC developing economy. Now they're a big gorilla, and we have a kind of a heavyweight battle going on between the planned economy, state-sponsored Chinese businesses, and then the free market of the U.S. And the war's been going on for a long time. There's been blocking companies from China. Like you don't find Twitter and Facebook there. There's certainly been a lot more tariffs going into China than coming into the U.S. There's certainly been IP theft issues. And, you know, there's been a lot of forced JVs if you want to go do business there. At this point now, the administration has said, all right, enough is enough. We're not going to just keep our hands tied behind our back. This isn't going to be an open market to China if they're not going to open their market. And no one would argue that the Chinese market is one of the most open markets in the world. It just isn't. So there's going to be a big battle. And China is big now. They are now past Apple in terms of phones they're shipping, and they predict that this year or next they will pass Samsung as the largest supplier of cell phones. ZTE and Huawei have about 40% of the mobile equipment marketplace out there, and they're growing faster. There's going to be a real challenge here for the U.S. and free market companies to compete for the rest of world marketplace versus China, who's competing for the rest of world marketplace and all these key technologies. And a lot of it is state sponsored. There's a Made in China 2025 and 2030 program that's quite sweeping, quite aggressive, and they want 70% of the major 10 industry technologies that they're doing to be made in China, and that's going to close off a lot. That's not going to happen just through free market. That's going to happen through government intervention.
Which is why it sounds to me like you think what the president is doing is the right thing. If that leads to retaliation, is that worth it?
I don't think we're doing enough. They're playing the long game, and they're going to say, all right, well, even if Trump plays tough and hard, he might get thrown out of office in a year, or he will get thrown out in 5 years. That's nothing to them, and they will just wait us out. We have to get every politician, every voter, and everybody in the United States to understand what the game is, and we need, as businesses and as citizens, to basically win over the rest of the world. If it's mankind versus China, I think mankind will win. But if it's subsidized Chinese businesses internationally, then it becomes very, very difficult to protect the U.S. businesses and market position. It's going to be a very interesting one to watch, and to be interesting to see who. I mean, I think it's hard politically sometimes for both sides to agree that we have a common issue here that we need to address, and it all can't be done at the government level. It is incumbent upon businesses worldwide in the free market world to understand what's happening here.